this is the lightweight final in the black belt division here at the 2021 IBJJF Pan Championships. In the blue, the rookie black belts, Margot Ciccarelli of Unity Jiu-Jitsu, going up against a very established champion, Nathalie Ribeiro of Checkmat.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see some double guard play action here. Margot Ciccarelli, very, very well known for her insane use of the lapel system. She has some instructionals on it, and she's definitely, learned a lot from Kini Cornelius, she says, and we're going to see a lot of that. So we're going to stand back up and go into another guard pull. And then Nathalie has a great spider guard, great lasso guard. So
oh, yeah, incredibly flexible open guard, right? Yeah,
yes.
I mean, Margot, she's traveled the world in training in various teams, but representing Unity Jiu-Jitsu, and the influence is clear, right? Because
yes.
she's definitely got the very well-developed bolo game and the addition of the lapels as well, which is something that many people in that team also are very adept with. Whereas Nathalie Ribeiro, just a very well-rounded player, I would say. There's you wouldn't point to her and say that she's she's a specialist in this area. She's just good at everything, right?
She is. I would say we typically do see that spider lasso position, but that does not to say she doesn't have a great top game. She's a great passer as well, so doesn't mean she's not well-rounded, but I would say a very dangerous spider lasso especially. So we have a double penalty again here on the second time around, so we have one more penalty that could come into play if someone doesn't opt to come up, but Nathalie opts to come up on top.
AKA, as you said, Tata, yep.
And look at this
passing
beautiful
there,
passing, yep. Margot with a great flexible guard. She has been competing in some opens lately. In the open classes, beating super heavy athletes with her amazing guard work. So we are hopefully going to have the pleasure of seeing some of that now. We're starting to see the belt action coming through with that left hand. And that elevation with the right leg is just beautiful, bringing that left leg up on the outside of the hip. But Nathalie doing a great job swimming under that single leg X side. But the belt's still intact.
So far looking really, really good.
The belt grip's still intact.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She uses
belt
the
instead of the lapel. That's an interesting development, and a very powerful weapon when used, right?
Absolutely, especially in the beginning of the match when the belts are actually tied well, right? At the end of the match, things are a little different. They're going to slip out and go back to the lapels. But Margot, again, a lot of beautiful guard work from here. She finds her way to the back very, very often. And one thing about Margot that is interesting is she describes her jiu-jitsu, from what I've heard, is just very go with the flow, right? She doesn't force a lot. She doesn't force a lot of jiu-jitsu. She kind of just gives what's open and very flowy jiu-jitsu.
Definitely working through some unorthodox positions.
This is her left foot all the way up on the shoulder, even
a
though
little
she's
tricky
seated.
to see from this angle, but it's not the standard control positions that we tend to use, right?
No, and I believe she's now has a spider grip on her right-hand side.
In the corner of Margot, you can just see at the top of the screen right there in the white shirt was Murillo Santana, the veteran competitor and the founder of the Unity Gym in New York. Not only an amazing competitor, but by all accounts, an incredible coach as well. There's so many great athletes that like to train with him there in Manhattan. And in the corner of Nathalie Ribeiro is Lucas Leitch. As I mentioned earlier, one of the most enthusiastic and emotional and passionate coaches. But considering his personal relationship with Nathalie Ribeiro as well, he kind of gave me a little nudge earlier just as we were waiting to come out. And he showed me how much his hands are shaking. He's so nervous for this match. It's almost worse, isn't it, when you're on the outside and you're coaching?
The nerves definitely can be, especially when it's friends, family, loved ones, for sure. And we have a lot of off-balancing going on here. And when Margot does talk about her guard game, she basically just talks about the art of unbalancing your opponent, right? And we're seeing a lot of that right now because Nathalie has great passing, right? I think it's important to say, she's not getting to use a lot of it right now, but she has beautiful passing. I believe she passed Luisa Montero's guard last year at the Pan Ams here. I believe that was the case. So very, very beautiful passing. We see this shallow lasso with the left foot on the shoulder, kind of keeping her at base.
Interesting framing on the front of the shoulder like that. It's something that Margot's been using a lot today so far, and it's definitely an unorthodox control position rather than putting the lasso all the way across, or as you might think, the foot in the bicep. But so far, appears to be very effective in keeping Ribeiro at bay. But the scoreboard right now, 0-0, 2 advantages to 1. It's about as close as you can ask for.
So Nathalie up only by 1 advantage with, I think, 5:20 left in the match. But Margot very active on bottom, trying to off-balance her opponent. You might see her in a back attack soon, or a sweep coming up to the top position. But if we were on a sweep at the top position, then we would also get to see Tata's amazing guard work. She does have the lapel lacer on the left side. So she has a bit of a lasso lapel here, and then the right side is a spider grip. But a big pass attempt by Nathalie Ribeiro here.
Almost clearing those legs past.
The legs to the side, but that lapel spider is really saving her.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a very strong
beautiful
attempt.
Switch to the other side. Wow. Just the awareness of the off-balancing that we're talking about is beautiful. And then back, spinning underneath. She is relentless here on the boat.
Really is. I gotta say that that was a close look there from Nathalie Ribeiro in almost getting around the guard, but the flexibility and the creativity of Margot in using the lapel spider to recover. Very, very smart.
Yeah, this is Margot's first IBJJF black belt major title shot.
Yeah, she's done some opens, right? Oh, now look at that. Here's the classic lapel. Oh, look at the polo through.
You know, she could have come up for the 2 points, and here she does.
Here she does indeed. That is a 2-point sweep from the worm there for Margot. And you were saying that it looked like she was going to go straight through to the back, but I think actually smart that she decided to stop midway, get those points first, because they're so important in a match this close.
Absolutely, and she was down. You know, she was down by the advantage. She needs to score. She needs to put some points on the board, and saw her do just that. But I wouldn't be surprised now if we see some action of her looking to the back now that she's a little bit more safe in this position.
Yeah.
But I am excited now to see Nathalie on the bottom as well. We saw a couple guard pulls for a reason, right? Nathalie wanted to play on bottom initially. Now she's going to have the opportunity, and she is up an advantage. So if she does come up on a sweep, then she'll be back in the driver's seat of this match. But it's not going to be an easy task. Might see a total attempt here on the left side. But Margot able to create enough space to kind of back her hips out, take her feet out of danger. And with Margot pummeling her right leg to the inside position, she is now at a greater advantage than before when Nathalie pummeling back in, right? So that is the battle here. You hear Murillo yelling to Margot, up, 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 do not go on the bottom position. Wants her to stay on top with that 2-point lead.
The way that this division played out, Nathalie Ribeiro got a win over Fernando Sabrina.
Points. So now Nathalie is winning by that advantage. We are getting a little bit closer to the end of this fight, and just 1 advantage separates gold from silver at this point.
Margot Ciccarelli, she got a win over Nikki Sullivan of Atos. So a 4-woman division. Each one managed to get through into the finals.
And now we see some heavy pressure coming in from Nathalie. Some big pressure driving with those toes towards, but then Margot with her feet right back inside.
Less than 2 minutes left in this match now as well, so.
Yeah, so we're in an interesting place here where Margot was able to sweep and score, but the sweep was answered, and now she is down by 1 advantage. And Nathalie bringing a lot of heavy pressure forward, but this lapel game that Margot is playing is very intricate. And now we see a hook on the, looks like a butterfly hook here with the right leg, back to the shoulder. Back to the De La Riva. This is what we saw before when she went for her sweep. She was going spider guard. She was going back to De La Riva. She was
big elevation
elevating and lifting her opponent up. And that's how she was able to score and get the 2 points initially. And we might see another sweep coming up here, but we're close to the edge of the bounce as well.
Oh, so she's managed to pass the lapel through.
She is going to be looking to score here towards the edge of the mat. But Nathalie with a great base on top. Just such great balance here. Digging that left hook inside underneath the arm as Margot reaching over the top with that right hand to elevate up the hips. A big elevation, but not quite enough.
Yeah, that base of Ribeiro so low, is difficult to elevate and get her up over the top.
Under 1 minute left, and Margot needs that 2 points, but Nathalie's base is so strong here. Even with that lapel through.
30 seconds.
We may
30
see more
seconds
of
on the clock.
We are going to get very, very desperate here to score, Margot is, but they're right on the edge.
Yeah, sense of urgency now. They're going to stop them and reset them in the center.
And you better make sure those grips stay the same, because that's a much better option. They're trying to reset a position as intricate as that. Very short time here.
Last chance, last ditch effort there, trying to get under the hips, trying to elevate, trying to come out with the weight to sweep now.
Margot coming up towards the back, but will she have time to get the hooks in, or is she going to come for
up.
2?
She needs to come up and out, but can Ribeiro defend? Very close.
On a headstand.
Doing a headstand, almost comes out on the back, but I don't think that's worth any advantage. No. One side referee scores an advantage, but that's
only
it.
One of the 3.
And that is going to make Nathalie Ribeiro, this woman right here, the champion here at the 2021 IBJJF Pan Championships.
So there was not an advantage there, because Nathalie's knee never went down on the ground, and the back take.
Incredible use of the head to deny the stand, deny the points from the sweep.
Oh, the side referee is calling for a. I think they're going to watch the video. I think they're going to watch the video here. But because Nathalie was on her head, technically there was never a timer started, like 1, 2, 3 seconds for a sweep. And then the back, the hook went in after the time was up. Margot jumped on the back after the time was already up. So in that sense, there most likely won't be an advantage unless they decide that that top position with the headstand and toes was enough.
If you're wondering what's happening right now, the referees are actually consulting the video replay.
You're gonna see a replay right
and
here.
they're issuing a command right now to the center referee.
So yeah, no knee went down, and then the back was right after.
The result stands. It goes to Nathalie Ribeiro.
Very, very close fight, man. That was a beautiful ending to the match.
Wow, razor thin, razor thin.
And a lot of respect between both athletes. Great sportsmanship.
Absolutely.
Beautiful fight.
I mean, they fought so hard, the techniques, the creativity, as we mentioned, of the guard, but